Hey everyone, today I'm going to do a jelly roll rug. I've never done this before, but I've watched the tutorials and I'm very excited to do this project, and I feel like I've got a pretty good grasp on it. So if you're interested in going along on this journey with me, then stick around and we'll get started. I have this batting roll, and I have two of these. I've heard that you need more than one, and so I'm prepared. This is a knockoff brand. This is as budget friendly as I can get. I'm not sure where this came from, Amazon, or might have even came from Temu. It's 2.5-inch strips, and that's what I need. And it's very soft and fluffy. This is the jelly roll that I've decided to use. It's Sweet Beginnings by Maywood Studio, but I loved the colors. The first step is taking this out of the roll. I like to save these ribbons, so I'm just gonna undo this real quick. Whoops. So these are the colors that it comes with. These are very pretty. You can see all the reds and the yellows, and it's got some pinks, and then it comes down to the grays. I'm gonna love that. I am not going to reorder this. I'm going to start with the lighter colors in the center and then move on out to these darker colors on the edge. I like this order. No need to reinvent the wheel on this project. So the first thing I'm going to do is sew all of these strips together with mitered corners. So let's get started with that. You can use a little ruler and a marking pen if you want to, just to make that easier. I have a diagonal seam tape on mine, so I will probably just do that. So I will try to chain these together so I don't have to cut them on every one. Be back in a minute when it's all done. Okay, I have finished sewing all of these together. They're still together, and it's going to look like this. I'm about to take my chain cutter and cut all these apart and chop off all of these ends. That's all the salvages that I did, and I didn't care about those. But I thought this would take me a long time. I don't enjoy this step in the binding process a whole lot, but I loved this actually because I got to see every single one of the strips of color up close, and now I have a really good feel for this. So I love this jelly roll. I'm going to link it below if I can find it for you, because it is just absolutely gorgeous with all of these flowers and colors, and I love reds anyway, so it doesn't take a lot for me to love them, but I actually think this is fantastic. I think I might use this again in another project. So let me snip all of these apart and I'll be back. The next step in the process is to lay your batting out on it and then to fold it in and clip it. I mean, or you can pin it, I guess, but I'm clipping it. And then just to continue this through the entire process. I will show you when I'm done. I'm not going to have enough clips to do all of it. I'm just going to do, these are the clips I have, and I'm going to do as many as my clips will allow me to do. And then I'm going to stop and start sewing. This is what I've accomplished so far. I've got all of this clipped, which is maybe 2/3 of it, and I'm out of clips. So I'm going to go over to the sewing machine and we're going to start sewing. I am so excited for this project. My daughter came in and was like, I love that fabric. So it is a win-win for me with this fabric. Let me take this over to the sewing machine and I'll meet you there. Here is my end, or my start, and I have changed my needle out to a denim needle because we're going to do so much stitching. And I should have said in the beginning, you're going to have to zigzag this. So if you only have a Juki, you're not going to be able to do this project. So I'm going to switch over at some point in time to my Janome over there. But right now I'm just going to straight stitch this, and I'm going to straight stitch it according to what I've read. You need to do about 1/8 of an inch all the way down. So let me just get started. I'm just going to keep on sewing until I get all the way to the end. Here is a big ball. I have wound this up, and you can see that, let me see if I can get closer to you. This is about 1/8 of an inch on this one edge, the raw edge. I understood that you could sew it down the middle, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go ahead and sew it on the side that I'll zigzag over this. And so this is the next step, where I'm just going to start the rug. And I think you just fold it over, so it's going to look like this initially until I can round the corners. But that is tomorrow. This takes a moment to straight stitch 42 jelly roll strips. I think altogether I would estimate from beginning to right now with this ball, I've probably spent 2.5 hours on it, and I have been interrupted a couple times, but it took me about 30-35 minutes to sew all the jelly strips together, and then it takes a moment to put the batting and then clip them, so maybe another 40 minutes, and then it took me about 1.5 hours to do this. Yeah, I'd say 2.5 hours, maybe 3, because I was interrupted. Anyway, we're going to finish this project tomorrow, so I'll see you back here then. I'm back today for day 2 of this project. Okay, so I have the pattern for this, and I can't find it. I don't know where it is. I've looked everywhere that I think I would have it. It has measurements on how long to make your rug, and anyway, so I am just going to go for it, and I'm going to guess how long I'm going to make my rug for. So I am thinking that I'm going to make it about 18 inches. And I want it to be more oval than round. So I'm thinking if I make it about 18 inches that we're going to be good. At least that's what I'm going to go for. Let's go over to the sewing machine, and I'm going to start stitching. I have to change my machine. I've been doing all the work so far on my Juki 2010, but since it's a straight stitch and now I have to switch to zigzag, I'm switching over to my Janome 3160 QOV, and we'll give it a shot. Okay, so I am setting this on my zigzag stitch on 5.0, so it will be the largest stitch that I can do. I've got about 18 inches here, and I'm going to fold this over. I'm going to keep it so that my sewn edges are like this. They're opposite. It's sewn, and then the unsewn, and then the sewn, and then the unsewn. I'm just going to fold it over on this end initially, is what I have seen other people do. And then I think this is going to be pretty thick to start through here. I'm going to fold this back over again. And I have all my excess fabric over on this side because I did see where I want it to grow this way. So I need to make sure that I'm feeding it from this side. And I don't want to make this tight, and of course that's the first thing that I did right there. So I'm going to take this off every couple rows and iron this down because I definitely don't want it to be pulled on. Okay, I can see where this is starting to curl up. I'm going to go iron it and see if I can work that out. Well, that flattens it out pretty good. It's really challenging to get around those corners. You've got to give it enough fabric. I'm just going to keep stitching, and I will let you know how this works out in a minute. I think I have figured out the technique for down here, and that's to push the fabric All right, so let me show you what I mean by that. So we're just going around, but as soon as we start to hit this curve, the key, see how I'm pushing that fabric up and I'm giving it some extra fabric over here so that it will lay flat. That, for me, is the key. Do you see how nice and flat that laid? Yeah, wish I had known that up here. Practice makes perfect, right? I'm gonna keep on sewing. Okay, so this is the finished product. I love it. I love it. Let me get up close so that you can see. Absolutely love all of these fabrics. I love it. I am definitely going to make more than one. Now this is how it looks, just running these stitches. Definitely not perfect on all of that, but I feel like given it's the first one, I think I can live with it, and I learned a lot. This is definitely a project that I learned a lot on. It gets really heavy on the end and hard to turn, so I put my quilting gloves on, and that helped a lot. I was pretty surprised that this project overall probably took me 4 hours, and that's with a pretty big learning curve. I don't know if it would take somebody else who had some more experience than me a lot less time, but I don't feel like that was a long time. I just don't. I really enjoyed it. I would say 10 out of 10 on just learning a new skill and getting a really pretty product out of it. I hope that you've enjoyed doing this jelly roll with me, and I hope that there were some tricks that you learned, and give it a shot if you haven't done it, because I've seen a lot of people do it and I've been waiting to do it. I think it took me over a year from the time that I bought the supplies to now, but what a great experience. God bless you all. If you don't mind, I would really like you to like and subscribe. Thank you.